Hi everyone, how are you all going? It's been a really long while since I have even touched this channel, so if you're still here and subscribed and watching this right now, thank you, I appreciate it. And if you remember what this channel was before I privated everything, no you don't. Anyway, I've decided to get back into making videos because I used to really enjoy it, and making this an art channel now as I am currently in an animation course. I can't promise complete upload consistency, but since I'm on holidays from uni at the moment, I will try my best to upload a bit for anyone who is actually interested. So, without further ado, here is my first video of my new reformed channel. I absolutely love character design. I have a few characters myself who I draw from time to time that might pop up here sometime, but I also love creating characters based on concepts or objects, which is what I will be doing today. I recently was mindlessly scrolling through Instagram and I saw this mushroom after thinking about doing videos again, and that basically sparked the plant idea, which is not original, I know, but still fun nonetheless. Though when I looked up this mushroom, it looked a little different from the video, so I might play around with the palette. Anyway, then I went to do some research for some cool looking plants, keeping the mushroom and wanting to either find a flower or succulent to create 3 characters off of. And these are what I concluded with, because, they just look cool. We have the Osseria rose, the moon cactus, and the mushroom from before is called the Dictophora indus. Yep, I'm not gonna try that. Or the... Nice. So then after a quick browse on Pinterest, I was then on my way for the first character, which is the Osseria rose. So when I started this, my mind kind of went immediately to the Alice in Wonderland roses, but just a bit more humanized. I wanted to have like kind of a sophisticated kind of silhouette for her. But yeah, I basically just winged it because I didn't have much idea about what her outfit was going to look like, more just what the general vibe was. But after the thumbnail sketch, I start refining it. Also the little like leaves around her chest and stuff. I saw like the little red leaves in the images, so I tried to like include it there. Also, you're gonna see me later like remove her pupils because I removed it on one of the other characters because I did all the sketches at once, and yeah, I just wanted like the continuity between all of them. Anyway, now I am lining, which I have like 2 different styles, sometimes like lineless, more painterly, and then sometimes with lines, but for this I kind of wanted to just do line art and just simple cell shading. While she's a very sophisticated looking character, I kind of imagined like when she got angry, like thorns would come out of her skin, which would be really cool. Maybe I might do some more concept sketches later. Her petals, like the colouring and stuff, I changed it a couple times because I try to like smudge it out, even though in the image they're very like crisp looking, so I end up changing that a few times and just playing around with the colours at the moment. But yeah, I wanted a very like minimal colour palette. Also, I was like kind of vibing also with just the white petals, but I'm like, I can't do that because of the rose type. But then I end up liking it a lot. Then I did the background, didn't like it, and changed it so it's consistent with all the other ones now. But yeah, she ended up turning out pretty alright. She's not my absolute favourite of the bunch, but she turned out okay, considering I kind of just winged it, and my vision, I think, came to life. She was probably the most straightforward one for me. Like, I already had like an image in my head about what I wanted her to look like. Forgive me for the very stuffy voice. I'm listening back to these recordings and I'm like, damn. But anyway, now we're into the mushroom. I realized that a lot of people actually drew this mushroom as a character, which, it looks really cool, so I understand why. So I wanted mine to look a bit different. I just had like a vibe in my head about what she was meant to look like, just very long, and I wanted like the veil, but I ended up changing the veil a lot because I don't like the way it looks. She probably is the one that changed the most from the original like sketch and thumbnail sketch. She just felt like a very stoic and like sleepy character to me. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Sometimes you just get the vibes and you just go with it. And yeah. Anyway, I went on to the veil, which was the most tedious thing ever. It's sped up now, but oh my god, it was painful. My wrist was killing me, and I know there was probably a way that I could have made this so much easier for myself, but sometimes I'm stubborn and I don't want to work it out, and I'll just sit there with the pain instead. Yeah, it's sped up right now, but this is what it actually looked like in real time. Yes, pray for my wrists. But anyway, I was rejoicing once it was done, and it looked really cool. So I'm glad my pain went to something good. I steered more to like the natural color palette of the actual mushroom instead of like the image that I saw, even though it was really cool, but I just thought it fit the character more. I added a bit of gradient stuff, and also the dots on the bottom of her dress are basically like little dirt specks because I saw them on the mushrooms. Also, I mean, the top of the mushroom thing isn't exactly accurate to the way that actual mushroom looks, but artistic liberties, let's just say that. But yeah, she's probably my favorite of the three. I really like how she turned out. I think the veil really like helped, like the pain that went into it really pulled off in the end. Lastly, we have the moon cactus, which I had very little direction on. I was trying to find like references on Pinterest, but nothing was like sparking it, so I kind of really just winged this one. In the cactus image, there's a lot of extra cacti like popping out. I don't know cactus lingo, but yeah, and I tried to emulate that, and I played around with the proportions, and then I finally kind of accepted this as the final result. Though, as you can see in most of the sketch to line art transitions, I end up changing a lot of things, even in like all of these, because like my ideas just change and other things just look better to me at the time. So I wanted, her body is just like a full cactus basically. But there's only like spikes on the dress and some of the little tiny cacti in her hair. I went with the very saturated like orange and red kind of color palette, adding a bit of a gradient and playing around with that, and I think she looks a lot better than how I thought she was gonna look basically. I ended up liking a lot more than what I thought I would, just because I basically had no direction with the sketch, but she ended up looking a lot better with all the shading and the highlighting, and I really like her. I finished her off with her matching background to work with the rest of the girls, and everything was done. So there we have it, my 3 plant girls. I am pleasantly surprised with how this turned out. I was kind of really directionless, and it was all like very kind of a last minute thing, especially like with opening my channel again basically. But I really enjoyed this, and I would be really excited to do another thing like this in the future. If anyone would want that, let me know by interacting with this video in any way that you would like. Also, if you have any names for these girls, I would love to hear, so leave them down in the comment section below. But I'll leave it there for today. Thank you guys for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.